Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we're still looking at the Ghoulish Gallery, guys, getting this down. So this time we're going to be looking and running a run through the Ghoulish Gallery to try to get an awakened version of Abelinda. So she is actually going to utilize this Oculus Diabolus. Now overall, guys, looking at the skill level 1, the enemy suffering damage from the alternative time space will remove 300 energy. I'm not too worried about that, guys, because I'm thinking big picture fighting bosses, maximizing the damage that hero is going to do. So I do not want to get the skill level up. As good as it would be, it takes a slot, which is very important, guys. Now, great, that is it. So we're going to go ahead and get this artifact or this collection. So in here, I'm going to use 3 of these very specific. Miracle Worker, of course. This is going to give us 1 special slot, which I'll show you guys at the end. I am also going to use this one. Dark Rage is going to give us the ability to get Magical Pierce. That is what we're looking for. Again, looking at the heroes specifically that we're building this for, we're going to get some more Magic Pierce on there. And then I was kind of going back on a few other ones as the random abilities. It seems like there's a couple that we can get a couple different ones. 1 random ability every 3 floors. I'm going to go with the quick battle, and I think this way might make a difference when we're going through here. So again, based on the totems we have, guys, still very, very early. We're going to buff this up. Let's go ahead and get through this and see what we can do here, guys. Now, right off the bat, we got Leica. Now, Leica in this game mode, guys, super effective. We picked up Falks. 10 floors in total. This is the first time I've ran it on this account. So I really wanted to go through here and wanted to see. So we got Leica. You know what? Let's put Screg in there. Right off the bat, guys, we have our team. So here, I don't want to kill anyone out really fast, which again, looking here, we'll put Falks on top. I'm hoping I don't die out really easy or really fast in the very beginning of this, because guys, you have to stick. Really, when you get your initial heroes in here, you have to stick to kind of who you have. So there's damage resistance. There we go. So we can enchant the collection that we're going to actually be building out of here. So there we go. We got Rowan. So we have a support hero, which is good. Now this, of course, guys, we don't really have any Celestials in here. So we're going to focus on these 2 right here. Magical Pierce, Physical Pierce. When deploying 2 heroes of the same faction, and then targets an enemy hero for 6 seconds, inflicting 30% damage from all allied attacks. If they die, there is a new target. You know what? I'm going to go in here. Let's do some extra damage on there. And I want to see exactly what these chains look like. So I'm going to drop Falks out. I'm going to put some potions in there. And again, very early. So where are the chains? Look like they were on the back in Sophia. And again, kind of looking at this. Now, of course, most of these are very similar to the relics that we see when we're going through a couple different modes. Here, new heroes again. Not, you know what? I'm going to go with some more support. This is where we get burned, guys, is when you're fighting some heroes in here. It's incredibly difficult to get through some of the content based on if they're giving you the ability to enhance the current heroes you have, or if they just keep feeding you new heroes. That is where we've been kind of getting stuck within this game mode. Guys, floor 1 is done right there. Here we don't have maulers, you know, joint alliance. So there we go, deploying more heroes. All enemies are cocooned for 6 seconds at the start of battle. Again, that's the same as the gloves that we see, but I will take some crowd control up front. That way we can get a little bit stronger with the cocoon. So there we go, guys. Again, very similar to what we see did the Dismal Maze or the running through the lab. It's kind of the same abilities that we're seeing for a lot of these are just falling in line. But again, if we don't get some more heroes, we got Kren. I will take Kren. That means we have 1 single hero. Again, we're going to have to probably look at another tank in here. But I love the crowd control off the bat, guys. That does make a big difference with the ability to get through this content. Now, overall, in my opinion, I believe that they did buff these a little bit. Now we have Falks. I'm not going to build Falks. I don't want a Laro. See here, this is where we get stuck, guys. Which, you know what? I might have to. I don't want to keep getting new heroes if I do have to put a hero in there. So refreshing an ability. Damage resistance, Physical Pierce. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Life Leech. We're going to get some insight back. So we got some more crowd control, which is good. Now in here again, this is the problem we find is a lot of these heroes. So it looks like they are really pushing us towards the Lightbearer heroes. But let's drop in Oden. I'm going to put in Falks just for some crowd control aspect. And I'm hoping Isabella's going to get, there we go. Taking a hero like Isabella out of the formation very early is game changing. It is absolutely game changing. Guys, just like Ty Lee, super difficult to get through some of the game modes just based on the heroes. Now here, again, they're giving us light bearers. I feel like that is what they're giving us. But Grim Reaper, make sure you pay attention to what you're getting, guys, because this, of course, is going to, when anyone hits that 15%, they're going to be instantly killed. The exact same thing. That, again, we do get some of these abilities out of different game modes. But the Grim Reaper, really, really big, guys. That means you don't have to do 15% damage on the rest of these heroes to actually kill them out. So here we're going to upgrade. So let's see. So damage resist, no. And again, remember, physical pierce, we're building this on the mage. It is going to be for a mage. It is going to be for Abelinda. So crit damage amplification, even though it's not high, I'm going to go ahead and level this one up. And it takes it to heal. This is the RNG factor. And look at this. So we don't have anyone I want to build. But like I was saying, this is the RNG factor that we see, guys. Here's Morrow. Here's Falks. I guess they're going to push us straight into light bearers. And I don't know how well light bearers are going to. And then, of course, they give us this. Oh, yes. This is where we get stuck, guys. And again, so looking, we can keep Rowan in there. I don't want to put Morrow in the front, but we might have to. Leica, I really like to. But let's drop Morrow in here. And again, this is where we get burned. This is why a lot of players are not liking this. I know there's gonna have to be a lot of changes really coming to this game mode. There we go. So we got level 5 already. Because even here, as we burned a bunch of our totems. If we burned a bunch of our totems and then we end up not finishing this, or actually losing all our invisibility long before we're to the end. And even here, if we don't get the ideal, there we go. We got a bonus one right there. But if we don't get the ideal setup for the heroes, again, Morrow seems like it's going to be it. So reset one ability. Let's see what we can refresh here. Heal damage resistance. I'm going to go with the heal aspect. Maybe we'll get something good. Maybe not, which here, again, new heroes. You know what? Let's stick with our light bearers. Now we're at Legendary Plus. Again, this is going to get more difficult. It really, really is. And again, if a hero dies, that doesn't make a difference. So if Rowan does die, not a big change with that, or not a big impact there. But I want to put Morrow in the middle for that, guys, for his ultimate ability. There's a full heal, so we're getting a couple more buffs in here. Again, not going to pick either of these two just to have the base. The more heroes you also have, the more difficult, again, that it is kind of difficult to go through and get this content. So, of course, we lost invisibility there because we hit a silly trap. Got Falks. And again, I kind of want to keep those two in. The crowd control right off the bat is helping a ton. You can see most of the heroes we're actually taking out pretty quick. Also do have the crowd control from Morrow in there. So floor number 5, again, we don't have those. Joint Alliance we're going to have to put. Just for the simple fact of the heroes. And there we go. So we have Leica, we have Oden. I'm going to get Leica built up a little bit higher. I feel like we could have swapped to Oden, but again, we want to keep, we have 1, 2, we have 2 in there, which we could drop Falks in there. Based on who we get, have to pay attention to those relics. And I know Kren really big. I want to get Rowan built up a little bit higher, but obviously the game has different ideas. Refresh. Let's go ahead and refresh the proficiency. Goes to some insight. All right, so we got Kren. Again, Oden, I'm gonna stick with Kren. And here we go. So we got, see, they're still pushing us towards building specific heroes. I'm going to drop Leica out, and I'm going to put Falks. And again, the haste I know is going to make a big difference, but we have that insta crowd control. Boom. We're going to confine someone right here. Poor Rowan. Poor Rowan just sitting up front with absolutely no love. There is heal. Again, heal. Not going to make a big difference in this game mode, or getting those buffs up on the awakened version of Belinda. Come on, we need a Rowan in here. Is Zyra. So again, I'm not going to pick either of these just to add more heroes to the possible pool. I feel like Rowan's getting a little bit shortchanged here, guys. Putting up the card and just kind of chilling until he dies. There we go. So we got a skill up, which again, remember, we're building this out for a specific hero. The skill up, as much as we would like the skill up, that skill up is going to take a slot, which I do not want to take a slot. I don't want to take a slot with that skill up because, again, as much as I would like that 300 energy reduction, I don't want it to take up a slot. So replica, this you can actually copy. So here, see physical pierce. We have damage resistance. Looking here, guys, this is not really anything that we want another one of. So we're not getting any of these that we're really looking for. And again, with the hero, so now we have Thane. Do I drop out Rowan to get Thane? Do we take Morrow? You know what? Almost thinking Thane in here because we're not getting Rowan. Now, this is a tough battle, so I'm going to drop that out. And again, they're going to get that instant crowd control. We got the 3 bonus in here, of course, for light bearers. Feel like that's going to make a big difference. We have the 3-5 or the 3-2. The 3 light bearers in here, and then we do have the 2 maulers. They get it done for the boss stage. There's the attack, guys. That's what we're looking for. Remember, floor 7 already. And I feel like this is where Phalanx Magical Pierce, Physical Pierce at the start. 30, that's big energy recovery there, guys. 60% if you're running 4 light bears in here. Got a little bit more invisibility. It is Otenegrez. Couldn't get a light bear in there. That's okay, because now running these 3 light bears together going to give us a big energy regeneration. Boom, Fox clears off the shields. Morrow with some crowd control. Doing pretty good. I definitely need to get some of these up a little bit higher. All right, so we got Thane. And again, as much as I would like Desire Oden, I'm going to stick with the light bears in here. And I'm not a huge fan. You know what? I'm going to refresh this because, again, we're not using the skill. It is full attack. There we go, guys. That might make a big difference. And, of course, there's Rowan. We finally get Rowan, but we got Thane in here. Now, Thane, of course, is one that does need the 60 engraving. If you guys know anything about Thane, guys, that is where a ton of his damage comes from, is actually that engraving factor in there. I feel like this is going to amplify the damage that he is putting out in this game mode. Your old school AFK arena, you know, the original version of Thane, and we're only on floor 8. We should start seeing a lot more of these collections, hopefully, in here. Again, it might be a point where we got to drop Screg out. We can't. So there is some tenacity. What do we got? So we got Rowan again. Again, we could go Rowan. But there's nothing saying we're even going to be able to get him to Mythic. There we go. I'm not going to get, again, focusing on these heroes, guys. Going to give Thane a lot more. See, swapping. Let's swap in the physical pierce because, again, this is what we're not going to use. Full attack we want to keep. Increases all heroes in formation, which, again, I wish it was just her because if we're just running her by herself, I wonder if the full attack. Oh, swap an ability. Physical pierce. Have anything down here? We don't have magical pierce. Magical pierce. Is that going to swap? Swap this to that. That's going to take us to red magical pierce. That is what we want, guys. That's what we're looking to build out of here. So I'm hoping, again, as much as I like the little bit of attack for the full attack, the thing is, again, Abelinda usually runs with support, runs with damage amplification heroes. So we got who? We got Morrow again. Let's get Morrow up a little bit. So that gives the 60 for Morrow. Or Screg. And I might even just put Rowan in there, guys, because I know Scrag, the effectiveness of Scrag, not really there, which Rowan would have a little bit more effectiveness. Getting the fourth, you know what? Just thinking about that. So even dropping Scrag out, just again to add up to the energy regeneration, add up to this, guys, is going to boost everything for the rest of this team. Plus, he's got the potions there. Even if it is just the heal potions, a little bit more support, there's full attack again. We hit level 10. We still have a few more floors to go in here, though. I'm hoping we can get this down. And again, running this 7 times a week, still, they got to make it a little bit easier in here to get through these floors. There is tenacity again. We have double tenacity. What do we got? We got Leica. We're going to go with Falks. We're going to stick and stay with these light bearer heroes. That, of course, means Falk's going to do a lot more damage in here. Now I'm going to focus on Rowan because we got him pretty well. Things built out. Morrow's pretty good. Crit block resistance. There is Morrow. And of course, if there is no... So upgrade. Let's see, guys. So we have tenacity. We have insight, physical pierce. Again, tenacity, I don't want to level up. Just because of the crowd control. Physical pierce, not really going to make a difference. Attack. Yes, that's really it. Or crit damage amplification. Let's go with this one, guys. Hey, we got a buffer. Visibility +2. What do we got? There's Rowan. Maybe we'll get one more Rowan in here. But I think at this point, once you get to floor probably 7, your team's usually pretty set at that point. And not really a lot of heroes, again, that you're going to kind of change. So heal. See, we're not even getting... There we go. So we got another one right there. There we go. Rowan with the potions. Finally got him there. Again, replicas. Magical Pierce. There we go. So we'll replicate the Magical Pierce. I'm happy about that one. Swap 2 abilities. Swap the buffer because again, well, I don't know. I don't know if the buffer is going to make a big difference. Let's swap again. I'm trying to think tenacity for the attack or the crit damage. I think we got rid of the crit damage amplification. CDA. There. So let's swap those. And again, just thinking what we can build in here with the heroes that we have. Crowd control goes up. Ren unfortunately goes down, but Tassie does as well. Full buffer. Now remember, we only get 3 of the attack and 3 of the defense. So again, the skill up could have been a possibility. But let's see what we get out of these totems in here. There's an HP. Again, these are pretty tough battles to get through, guys. Crowd control, of course, that means Sophia, which insta-dead right there. I think this one might... Oh, we got it done. Some of these boss stages. Damage resistance. Refresh to one other type. Again, I'm thinking... Let's go with tenacity. Full attack. Okay. That could be another one that is going to be available for us. And of course, we're fighting Rigby in here. Nobody likes Rigby. Oh, we got it done. It gives us life leech. Next floor. So there we go, guys. We got a ton of these, but again, not a huge difference what we wanted to build. But remember, guys, we did build out this first Bizarre Totem. There we go. You took out of the collection. Now, because we used that one totem, 3 attack, 3 defense, the one totem gives us this additional one. And you can see, guys, we can pick any of them. But this one additional one you see right here is because of the totem we used. So I want to build out my side ones first and see what we got. Again, looking at this is going to be... We have what? Buffer. The buffer of all heroes in the formation increased by 5.2. And again, we have buffer down here for the attack. We have the Magical Pierce, and the crit damage amplification. And I am wondering if the buffs that she gives, you know what, the full buffer, the damage resistance, and I'm thinking PvP wise, looking at a buffer, and I'm again not even 100% sure. We have HP, then we have attack rating, so we're gonna have to do attack, and the same up here. Again, we didn't get the big choice of what we were looking for in here. That's it, guys. And again, we might swap this, but again, we came in here knowing or wanting to build out this for the awakened version of Belinda. Again, there's the two collection skills right there. Third one, when the target energy is erased, their energy shortfall is converted into the holder's energy recovery, which again, that would have to take 2 slots. So overall, guys, the attack is pretty low though. That's one thing that I've kind of noticed. So crit damage amplification, and I wonder, just going in a couple fights in here, and you know what? I'm just wondering, kind of in comparison, what it would look like. So even looking here at a couple different, I don't want to put that one on there yet. I'm just kind of wondering, oh, where could we test it? You know what? I'm going to hop in here. See, because I think we haven't done any of them in here. Let's just copy a formation. Most of them don't have the boss, and you can see, guys, they're kind of mirrored. Even same name in there. See if we have any of these that we can just copy. And I want to see. There we go. So we're going to use Felix's formation here, and I'm wondering if we have the awakened version of Belinda in here. I should have probably looked at that first, but I'm wondering. So there we go. So this is the one, and again, you have to pay attention, guys, because it still does this part as well. So Belinda's effect is right there. We have Baden, Belinda, Sophia, Matria, and Solus, and Awaken Athalia. So a lot of times in here, you'll see it sometimes will not copy the SP effects. In my opinion, is just kind of silly. But if there's one, of course, it's going to default to it. But if there's 2 in a formation, or sometimes even 3 in a formation, sometimes it does not follow. And also here, as you can see, it didn't pick up the follow, because I think the follow in here is Liberta. Again, I'm doing this because I want to test out in here. I want to see, and we have Lava Tune in there too, guys. And I'm thinking, well, actually, let me see, because again, I'm just kind of thinking here is with this team. So she's doing 10.35. And of course, hero info, you cannot wear artifacts. But as you remember in the last video, guys, I want to see, we can choose a collection. Go ahead and gear that on. And the collection should be available to be in there. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. I'm kind of wondering what it looks like. See, even this one, RNG factor in there, but 14. And it has the artifact, guys. That's kind of what I was thinking. And again, just RNG and other teams. So she went from 10 to 14. And I'm wondering, big shout out to Felix again. Just kind of using the formation here to kind of test. So here, see, following awakened version of Athalia. That's what I was just thinking. We've been looking at that. That's going to make a big difference. So we're not following Liberta. She is actually following. I think I auto battled challenge, but she is following the awakened version of Athalia. Then I want to see what we're going to do here. And again, I feel like this is going to be a game changer when it comes to these collections, guys. Now, the more times that you run this, I probably run this usually 20 or 30 times every week, just to get a little bit, again, of that kind of RNG factor out of this game mode. And we also know that Lava Tune we don't have built up quite where he probably should be. Which good question in that, because I'm wondering if I could get the trial version of Lava Tune. See, but I'll run it again. I'll build them out. I'll build Lava Tune out a little bit, or I'll just grab that trial version and throw them in there. So Lava Tune is being run with that awakened version of Belinda, as we've seen right there in the formation. And I'm wondering if by chance, if any of these are going to do. So the first one was just based on the no artifacts 10 and 3, or no collections in there. And even here's a 63, 11. So stepped up the damage a little bit. So it definitely stepped up the damage, guys. Having that collection. You're going to have to run through here and get a ton of collections. 64, which would have been what, our last attempt? Yeah, so even doing not too much damage again. A little bit of RNG. I feel like if Lava Tune's built up a little bit more, we're going to see a lot more damage output from this game mode with Lava Tune being built. But overall, guys, the effectiveness, and again, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how these collections are run, because I mean, she has a lot more damage with the Magic Pierce. Again, if we could have swapped some of these other ones out, would have made a big difference. I don't know how effective the buffing is going to be in there, but also the crit damage amplification going to make a big difference, even making difference with that in formations. But all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.